Welcome to this fifth technical video. In the previous videos we already showed you how to connect Active Directory to Awingu. We also showed you how to secure the access so that only specific users can connect and that a specific security group is admin on Awingu. In this next video we will show you how easy it is to start publishing a first application. And as a first application we will just publish a full desktop. So to do so, I need to log in with an admin user. So I'm still logged in with my own account, and I have the management tools. I go to the system settings, and the first thing I need to do before publishing a full desktop is adding the machine to the configuration. So this can be done through the manage application servers. The application servers, it's a list of all the systems where Awingu can connect to. Remember during the video where we did the connection with the Active Directory that we specified a service user. By doing so, we can now automatically import users from Active Directory. So by clicking on import from Active Directory, that service user will be used to query the data. And as you can see, I get a full list of all my application servers. For the full desktop, we will just use this first one. I will use this AP1 application server. And as this is a Windows server, we can have many simultaneous connections. If this would be like a physical desktop or a Windows client OS like Windows 10, Windows 7, Windows XP, you need to restrict the maximum connections to one because the client OSs only allow you to connect once at the same time via RDP. But as this is a server OS, I can just specify that there could be like 50 concurrent connections to this machine, and we're gonna enable it. The state allows you to enable and disable servers from the configuration, like this. So by now Awingu knows that there is a server which is called AU AP1 where he can connect to. The last step before we can make this accessible is we have to publish an application. So also full desktops are seen in Awingu as an application. So to do so, we go to Manage Applications. And we can do this in two ways. Either we can import them from a file. We have some scripts available that, for example, fetch all the published applications from your Microsoft terminal server and create like an automatic script that you could use to import them. For this demo, we will just do it manual. So I will click on Add, and we'll go through the steps for doing this. So the name is what this will be visible in Awingu. So let's call this the full desktop. I need to pick an icon. So let me just go to my icon library and pick one of my icons. And Awingu supports multiple ways of connecting to applications. So if you check the protocols, you will see we have web application, RDP application, remote application. Web applications are there for SaaS application or internal websites. We will show that later on. What I will add now is a full desktop, so that's an RDP application. If you want to publish like Word or other applications which are on the terminal server, we also support remote application, but that will be demonstrated in another video. So for the full desktop, I'm just going to do an RDP application. I'm leaving the command blank, which means I will just start a full desktop. And then the other steps in the configuration are more optional. So for example, we can disable Unicode. This is something we in general don't recommend to do. For some older applications it might be needed, but please keep it on. By enabling Unicode, any user with any keyboard which is in front of Awingu will just work. So if you disable the Unicode, the end user has to specify his keyboard. If Unicode is enabled, any keyboard layout will just work. Categories, we can put this application in a specific category. I will not do this for now. Media types, this is more for application. I'll explain that later on as we have a full desktop. I think the most important part are here the server labels and the user labels. Basically, the server labels means where does it run, and the user labels is who can start this application. So where is quite simple. It's the application server we just added. So by just start typing, you will get a list of all the known locations, which is in our case the AU AP1 server. And the user labels is who can execute or who can view this desktop. I will show you in another video how to add specific groups or specific users. For now, you will notice that we have some built-in ones. We have the admin, the all, and the staff. So let's just make this desktop available for everyone and click on all. The other options I will explain later on, but this is basically it. So if you want to publish a full desktop, you give it a name, you pick an icon. It's a remote, it's a RDP application. You specify which server it needs to start, and you specify who can start it, and that's it. So I'm just click on Add. I'm closing the system settings. I'm logging out, log back in, and the desktop will be visible. So this is how easy it is to publish the desktop. The desktop is visible, and by clicking on it, it will just open the desktop for me in full screen.